I ain't here to keep track of shit, woman. Shit, get off my back.
And with that, welcome to Dare to Disagree, ladies and gentlemen, your weekly episodic podcast. I'll be your host today, Jonathan Esther out of California.
This is Alone in the Dark in lovely Tennessee.
It's the one-hit wonder from Baltimore.
Mr. I know what I'm talking about.
And that's the crew today. Now we might have one more individual. I think he thinks he's mute. You're not muted, you know. Wait.
What?
What just happened?
What the fuck you talking about, dog?
Hold on.
I like that haircut, by the way. Want to compliment you on that haircut, dog. That looks
Yeah,
real good.
we finally convinced him to restore his head back to
Nah, dude, that joint is coming back. It was a terrible mistake to get rid of the hair.
Did Mama come home? Did she come for a
You're a funny guy. No. Anyway, so this week we have a member of our cast who likes to talk about a specific topic. He hasn't enlightened us on the topic yet, though. But Slow Chemical, you still there?
Oh no, let Alone in the Dark round his thing first, because I don't know what he's talking about.
No. I do want to get into the Alone in the Dark thing, because that is a legit. It's actually kind of a scary thing. I'll let Alone in the Dark get into it. It's his thing. Go ahead.
First off, so you guys remember I had that one little freaking vaporizer, right? That was my little starter right there. Well, I upgraded for all kinds of money to this pretty young thing right here, right? That's all for smoking, right? Well, when I upgraded, then I went in and took it, and they had the guy come in and custom make my coils for this shit, right? Which I worked. But anyways, this motherfucker's trying to kill me now, okay? I fucking smoke on that shit, and I feel like I'm about to die of Zyklon B. But anyways.
Is that a World War II reference, yo? for all our World War II veterans in the crowd, Zyklon B. That's one's for you guys. Take it home.
But anyways, okay, the thing that I was gonna talk about, that of course has everybody. I'm sure all of our audience has heard about it about a dozen times over now, is the Supreme Court ruling on Hobby Lobby. Okay, now what they ended up saying, what Hobby Lobby was throwing a fit about, is it was saying we don't want to freaking cover medicine that causes abortions, okay? Now, obviously, if you've been watching the show, you probably figure where I'm gonna freaking view on this topic here. But I'm gonna break it down piece by piece just to show you why this whole thing was bullshit. Number one, before they were mandated to have these drugs, they were already paying for drugs for their employees. Right up until 2002, when the freaking ACA said, hey, you have to have these drugs on your thing, fucking Hobby Lobby there was already supplying those drugs for their employees. It was already in their insurance plan, all that shit. They're saying that suddenly they realized that shit was in there when the ACA came out and changed. They decided to freaking change it then. Sounds a whole lot more to me like they just wanted a fucking reason to sue. Okay, they were fine with that shit in the first place. Suddenly Obama says they have to have it. Now all of a sudden they don't want to have it. Okay, that's some stupid shit going on right there. So number two, so that's the first issue I have with why they had such a problem with it. Number two issue is neither or none of the 4 drugs they listed or variations of the 4 cause abortions. They literally made that shit up. Now, that's not even just going off the whole freaking aborting a fertilized egg is not abortion. They stop eggs from getting fertilized. Okay, the way these drugs work is stop the egg from getting fertilized and freaking never let the pairing happen. They were told that, to which they said, but we believe that it causes abortions. I understand the science isn't there. I understand in all reality that's not what happens, but we believe that that's what happens. Okay? So that's why we want to stick to that. By the way, are you blue blocks or Ryan? Because I just see a black screen in the middle of this shit instead of my beautiful face.
No, you're up. Your face is definitely up.
Okay. So that's the other issue is these drugs do not cause abortions, but they're still throwing a fit about it, even though that the science is there saying this does not cause abortion. This stops eggs from getting fertilized, just like regular birth control does, just like condoms do, just like sponges do, just like spermicide does. Same shit, just a different way it's working. But they decided on their own fucking whim here, none of these people being scientists or being freaking educated in this shit at all, decided that it causes abortions. Okay? Now that kind of opens a whole window where they don't even have to prove that this shit causes the stuff that they're against, and they could ban it. Let's say you're getting freaking cancer treatment. They could say, hey, this cancer treatment we think causes abortions. I'm a man. How is this causing an abortion? Well, we don't know. We don't know the science behind it, but we believe it's going to cause an abortion, so we don't want to cover that no more. That it really is. It sounds stupid, but that really isn't that far-fetched from what they're already saying. This shit doesn't cause abortions. They're just saying they believe it does, so we're going to ban it. Okay? Another issue with the whole thing, and it's something that's been brought up and it's kind of getting broadcasted around now, is their big problem was, hey, if you want to go out and do what you want to do, we're not for it, but we're not trying to stop anybody. We just don't want our money going to pay for something that causes abortions. These motherfuckers have tens of millions of dollars invested in the very companies that not only make those things that they're trying to ban, but make actual abortion-causing drugs, the real drugs that actually cause abortions. They are actually investing in these companies. I mean, they're giving all this money to these companies who will continue to make all these drugs because they can make a fucking buck off. Now, people are going to say, well, they might not have known. You know, they could have just put their money into a mutual fund and somehow they got there. No, people, Christian companies have had problems with this for years. I mean, since abortion was legalized, this has been an issue. And there is actual funds out there where you could say, I want to make sure my money does not go toward this shit. Somebody invests in tens of millions of dollars and is supposedly a devout freaking Christian. They know about these fucking funds. They decided that they want to go with the better producing ones, which just so happens to be freaking abortion-causing drugs. These pharmaceutical companies covering this. So they purposely put their money in where they are, instead of just like, you know, in a way, we're giving money to this insurance company. Somebody can just go and get these abortion-causing drugs, you know, over these, you know, second cousin, twice removed type way we're paying for money. They are literally funding abortion-causing drugs, but they had no problem with the returning a buck. Okay? Another issue is all this shit that these people get, this wholesome, all-American Christian family, 92% of their stock is coming from China, and in China, they literally force women to have abortions. There's, you know, freaking talks of police officers dragging bitches off the street, giving them late-term abortions right in the fucking police house.
I hope that's a joke. I really hope you're being funny.
No, I'm not even kidding, man. They very well could take their money and buy all this bullshit they're getting from China from American companies so that they don't have to fund this Chinese shit, but then they wouldn't make as much profit because American-made's going to be more expensive.
Alone in the dark.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Hey, Jonathan Nestor, Cole Conscious said he didn't get an invite.
I already sent it. I keep sending it over.
Okay, all right, my fault. You can go ahead, Alone in the Dark.
So there's another issue is them saying, we don't want my money going to freaking paying for abortions when they're sending hundreds of millions of dollars to China that not only supports abortions like a motherfucker, not only prescribes that to their women, please get abortions, bitches, only 1 kid each, but they force these bitches to have abortions. I mean, it's like a freaking Christian nightmare what the fuck's happening over in China. But they have no problem making an extra buck by sending their money over to China. Okay? This is how this whole thing is just such a ridiculous fucking fiasco. Number one, these people did not have a fucking issue supplying this money before Obama told them they had to. Okay? In my opinion, None of this shit has any issues with Christian values, what the Green family cares about, nothing like that. What they're trying to do is just put a chink in the freaking armor of the Affordable Health Care Act. The way they could do it is now there's a way that they have an exemption from joining that thing. Now they freaking could say, I don't have to fund this thing because God told me not to. When it's all a whole bunch of bullshit. And it's not even that unknown of bullshit. There is all kinds of Christian organizations saying, that's a piece of shit ruling. We did not want this to happen. This is fucking stupid. You know, it's the majority of Christian organizations, actually. I think evangelical Christian, they had like 60%. 60% of those evangelical Christians who responded said they supported them. I mean, Christian organization that responded. Other than evangelical, everybody else was pretty much 80% against them. No, this is a piece of shit ruling. They're just attacking women's rights. They have no problem funding Viagra, penis pumps, freaking vasectomies, none of this shit for men. But when it comes to women, all of a sudden they got a big fucking problem here, you know what I mean? So that's my view on this whole Supreme Court ruling. And I've heard people give me good reasons why they supplied these drugs before the Affordable Health Care. They said that they just didn't know. Okay, once that came out and they heard that they were being forced to, they checked their plan and then they realized, oh my God, we're doing this. Like a freaking insurance plan isn't a huge deal when they're supplying it for 13,000 employees. You tell me these people really didn't look into this? This isn't the first time this whole freaking birth control thing's been an issue. Really, really freaking powerfully Christian people didn't think to look into this shit at that time? But anyways, let's just say we'll give them the benefit of doubt that maybe there's a chance they didn't fucking know. There is no way they don't know where their tens of millions of dollars in investments are going. There's no way they don't know that these companies are supplying these drugs and that it's one of the biggest freaking points of profit for them. But they didn't give a shit. And there's no way they don't know what the fuck's going on in China. They probably know better than all of us, considering they're dealing with Chinese factories, Chinese people there. They probably have no issue knowing what the fuck's going on there, but it's still not a big fucking deal.
I mean, personally, you're taking it from a straight up just, hey, this is a bullshit situation point of view. I agree with you wholeheartedly, but that wasn't even where my problem was with this whole thing. I've always been of the mentality that corporations are not people. I remember when that rule passed, I was like, that rule is going to cause so many problems down the line. It's the biggest bullshit rule. Corporations can't be people. You can't give the same exemptions you give to an individual to people. Plain and simple. So for me, when Hobby Lobby was doing what it was doing, it was being put up there as a corporation. And now corporations, and you put up a very good post about this, Alone in the Dark. Corporations now have the right to exempt certain things based on religious belief. Let me ask all of you guys on this podcast one question. Have you ever heard of a corporation doing the right thing against its own money?
Hell the fuck no.
Nobody has ever done that.
Nobody's
ever done that. Nobody's ever done that.
Bullshit. It's American capitalism at work.
Absolutely.
Put money where they want to put it, and then back away and say they don't want to put their money where they don't want to put it, and still get away with the shit.
But therein lies the problem. This isn't even capitalism, to be quite honest, because this is starting to. Well, actually, it is capitalism.
It is because they're making money off of it. They don't want to put the money into it because the government is saying so.
Yeah, but that's not the problem here. Capitalism itself is fine. The problem is capitalism is fine when there is a good structure to rein in the greed. Because let's be honest, the thing that runs capitalism is greed. That's what runs capitalism. You want, therefore you work to get, or you invest to get. That's greed. Plain and simple. Because you're not always, there's no cap. In capitalism, there's no limit to where you're going to go. There's no end of the line to where you're going to go. You're always getting next. That's why when I'm working with people at my job and people come in, here's a common statement most of you guys have probably heard. Man, these people, they just want me to work harder and harder and they never back off. So like this year you're gonna make this deadline. Next year they expect you to do better than that deadline. The next year and it's never gonna be less. That's just the way capitalism works. That's why it's a 4 cycle. So it's recovery, growth, recession, depression, and then all over again. That's how capitalism functions. It has to go through that cycle because the greed hits a cap, everything crashes, and then we start again. Unless the system is reined in by a good, like a government. A good government. The job of the government in this situation is supposed to rein in the greed of those with more money. Because the game of capitalism is played, the more money you have, the more advanced you are in the game. You can cheat, move your piece faster, buy a faster set piece. So the more money you have, you succeed better in capitalism. The problem with what Hobby Lobby just got away with is this. Corporations already have millions upon billions of dollars to fight anything that we throw at them. Simple example. In our lifetimes, the whole bank fiasco. You guys know that of all those bankers, only one banker went to jail, right?
Right.
Nobody from AIG went to jail. Nobody from Bank of America went to jail. Nobody from Wells Fargo went to jail. And we are still cool with this. We, as a people, know we've been fucked, and we're still okay with it. Now, think about it. We just gave, with this ruling that Hobby Lobby just got, we just gave Bank of America, AIG, Wells Fargo, those people that we know have fucked us before and have made no show to look like they're not going to do it again. We just gave them one more reason why they can back out of something. Now they can say they're a religious institution, and you can't challenge it. How are you going to prove they're not religious? What's your barometer for going, this is a religious institution? Bank of America could just come out today and say, you know what? We don't want to do this particular thing that the law requires us to do because it's against our religious belief. The fuck are you going to do about it? We have precedent. We have Hobby Lobby now.
Now, supposedly the only way you can do it right now is if you are a closely held corporation, meaning that, you know, it's just one family like Hobby Lobby, and you have a sincere conviction for your religious beliefs. The issue is why a lot of freaking religious organizations did not want this Hobby Lobby shit to pass, is guess who is now responsible for deciding if you're religious enough to get this exemption?
Supreme Court, I'm guessing?
The government.
Yep.
How the fuck do you do it? This is the main reason why everybody of the most intelligent people in our history have said, keep religion out.
Separation of church and state. Always, 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 yeah.
Because it's not only fair, you know, everybody thinks, oh, this is a bunch of atheists fighting for freaking this shit. No, it's not just atheist freedoms, even though that's one of them that's been trampled on quite a bit. It's everybody's freedoms, from small religions to those little tiny churches who just believe they're one thing, to the huge ones. It's the great evening ground. Your religion doesn't mean anything more to the government than the next guy over, which keeps them all just as equal and just as protected. Your religion doesn't, my non-belief doesn't mean any more than your belief. I'm not more powerful. I'm not getting more freaking shit because of my non-belief. Okay, and that's how it's supposed to work. And that's another issue with the money thing. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was that Supreme Court decision not too long ago removing the caps on how many candidates you can give campaign money to.
Yeah.
And how much. Now, in all honesty, everybody was talking about what a big deal the decision was. The decision really wasn't that big of a deal. The amount of people it affected was really small. It was something like 700 Americans were the only people that affected. Out of a nation of 350 million, probably even more right now, 700 people, it took an entire Supreme Court decision to make that decision for, okay? What was noteworthy was what the Chief Justice said, which was the only thing we're against is de facto bribery, which that means you literally take a case of money and give it to a politician, say, hey, vote for me next time, or vote for this shit, get this shit in the way. This motherfucker right here.
Motherfucker been down there making faces for like the past 15 minutes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
De facto
He
bribery.
doesn't know I blue boxed him for a minute too. He was on air for a while looking like that.
Oh, good.
Was just giving a case of money to a politician saying, hey, do this for me, vote against this next bill, whatever. That's the only bribery they care about. Now let's say instead of doing that, I say, hey, do this for me, and I'm going to give you $1 million for your next campaign. That's perfectly okay, even if I don't even hide that shit at all. If my literal words are, do this, vote this way, and I'll give you money to your campaign, that's not bribery according to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
The issue that came about was the Supreme Court said, that's not bribery, and these laws you guys are trying to make limiting people's free speech, which is now money is counted as free speech, is completely wrong, that it isn't the Supreme Court's job to try and limit freaking, to try and balance the system, and you guys even trying are un-American. You guys trying to balance the system's un-American. The politicians voting the way or giving privileges to the people elected them is how the system's supposed to be played. Which is 100% true. Okay? Yes, politicians are supposed to do stuff for the people that elected them, but when that was put into place by our founding fathers, they meant the people who voted for them, not the people who paid to get them in position, not the people who gave them cash to their campaign. Every voter, doesn't matter if you're rich, doesn't matter if you're poor, doesn't matter what color you are, they were all supposed to be equal. Well, I mean, not back in the day. Come on now. But
Wow.
they were all supposed to be equal. That means if you're a freaking millionaire Hobby Lobby owner, your political value is just as much as me, just some fucking idiot on the internet. But that's not how the system is gamed anymore. Now with money equaling free speech, there's people with a whole lot more free speech than me.
Yeah, than all of us, really.
Exactly.
More so that we're black, so we really have no freedom of speech.
That's why you guys are yelling all the time.
We ain't got speech at all. we got the little motherfuckers you gotta put to your neck to speak.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way, you know what? I just went through watching not watching, but I was reading up on the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence and all of those things again. And I gotta tell you, man, it still stings when you're reading that shit, all of that history, and at one point you come across a sentence that goes, the Negro is 1/3 of a man, and you think all this time spent still didn't sting. That shit still stings to read.
Here's the funny thing, too, is those motherfuckers writing it were the enlightened progressives at the time.
Oh, yeah. Yo, here's the sad part. I was feeling bad for myself until I saw what they did to the Indian in there. Them people aren't even people. Holy crap.
They fucked them up.
It was cold-blooded.
That's why every time I see like a Facebook comment or something like that, like something happens, like gay marriage gets in a new state, and there's black people and women going, this world is going to hell. I remember back in the day. I'm white now. I'll go back. I don't give a shit.
What was that?
Guess they mean back in the day, like, I don't know, maybe
88? 85?
88, 93, I don't know.
1990, 93?
Probably what they were talking about.
Right after the race riots?
Before the Undertaker streak was broke, I don't know.
Yo, it's so funny, man. What was it? What's that guy's name? The comedian. He made a joke. The joke was, I'm gonna, what did he say? He said, we white people have a big, Louis C.K. He had this joke where he went,
white people have white people.
Yeah, like he said, white people are gonna pay in the future. Like he could see, he was like, I see the writing on the wall, man. White people are fucked in the future. He was like, think about it, man. Though, we can go in a time machine and show up anywhere in time and be okay. Like no other race can claim that. Like we could go Middle Ages, the dinosaur ages, we'll still be fine. That being said, if we go in the future, we're gonna be fucked. And then he was like, by the way, if anybody was to say, well, would you like to be a minority? No, I'm okay. I'll ride this white thing out.
He said if it was a club, I would re-up every year.
I'm okay. It's fucked up, and we're gonna pay big time. But yeah, I'm gonna ride it out to the end.
But for right now, let's keep things the way they are. I agree with that. I mean, it is
All
what
right,
it
all right.
is.
Y'all have any input on the whole Hobby Lobby thing? I know you guys didn't really pay a lot of attention to it, but
Yes,
based on
my
what you're hearing.
client Brock Lesnar broke the streak at WrestleMania.
Wait, I thought who's his new client? The dude with the bald spot?
Cesaro.
Yeah, Cesaro. I thought that was your new client. My client Cesaro.
Well, who the fuck my client is? At the same time, he's my client, but I'm also the WWE champion. So
Fair enough. What about you, Jay? Any comments?
I got a comment. Well, I got a question, rather. But before I get that question, I'm going to give my answer to my question, and that would be no. Now, here's the question. Do y'all think, even with term limits, if somehow, some way, or some magical occurrence, we were able to implement term limits in this country for congressional inhabitants, House of Representatives, and the senators, do you think Congress could be bought?
Yes.
Our presidents are bought and paid for before they even show up.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, man. That's not even a question. That's a fact at this point, right? I mean, we are well aware that the problem with capitalism is it takes money to be successful. It takes money to have money equals power. This isn't like
Free speech.
no free speech.
Money.
Now, money equals free speech, so no free speech really, because it costs money. But this isn't like the I'm gonna use this analogy, but I'm sure I'm gonna be there are holes all over it. This isn't like the Sinatra
You're not
days.
really good with
Whatever.
analogies.
The Sinatra days when there was a respect thing. There was a time a little while ago when Muhammad Ali didn't have the most money in the world, but his voice carried weight. I mean, I really can't off the top of my head tell you who nowadays I could listen to who is not a rich person.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye? But here's the funny part. Bill Nye doesn't get the respect he deserves. Neil deGrasse Tyson, I mean, these guys are respected people, but I bet you, man, if Neil deGrasse Tyson or Miley Cyrus entered a room, who do you think would get more treatment and more respect?
Respect?
Miley Cyrus. I mean, okay, respect. I mean, I guess they respect Miley Cyrus. I'm not.
I'll be honest
sure.
with you. I think if Miley Cyrus or Neil deGrasse Tyson entered like a Macy's or a freaking, I don't know, like a business or a place where people congregate and money is flowing, it's gonna be Miley Cyrus that's gonna get respect. Sadly.
Because she's a girl that twerks, so of course she gets respect.
Yeah.
They recognize Miley Cyrus over Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, but here's the sad part about it. She doesn't even twerk good. I've watched King magazine models twerk better than that, but
yeah,
I guess she's white and innocent or whatever. Got that chicken butt. You know what I mean? Don't laugh. Yo, her ass cheeks look like, when you get
two chickens put together. I know, like the nigga.
Yeah, when you bring the chicken out the fridge, the one that's in the plastic cellophane tape, the patty is like it's got lines in it and it's misshapen and shit. And when you open it, it's just grease all over. That's whenever she twerks. Yeah. Whenever she's wearing that bikini, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, you can't really twerk with no ass and shit. And like girls love this shit because these are girls that have no ass.
Does she ever try?
Oh, I'm surprised she didn't break her fucking back by now.
Look, I just want them to bring back those that can twerk, like Vida Guerra. Bring that ass back. Hey, y'all remember Vida?
Butterface.
No, I actually have. I might be a little bit too young for that reference.
Oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. I promise you.
What a shame.
I'll bring it up.
Well,
you guys.
That was 5 years ago, man. That was 5.
Well, listen, this is the same. Listen, I mean, it might be. Who is she? I never seen her before.
Oh, you're about to see her right meow. Right.
You gotta think. This is the same guy who just a year ago found out Aaliyah was dead.
Oh my God! Please tell me you're joking.
No, my friends actually. It was the first episode. I could have swore I told you guys.
You told us that before. Yeah, you told us that.
Oh, you better blue box that shit.
That's
Lord of mercy.
That's Vita Guerra, yo, and that's a bad picture. Trust me. I'll find the good one in a second.
Vita Guerra, not Vita
You're right,
Guerra.
I never say that shit right. Yeah, Vita Guerra. My bad.
All the good pictures are the ones that don't show the
Speak
face.
English, motherfucker.
English? Do you speak it?
I drink up bad for it.
Hold on. I just found the proper Vita Guerra picture right here. Right here. She was twerking and moving ass cheeks before that shit was popular.
Before twerking was twerking. Fair enough.
Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does she do in life?
That's it, man.
That's really all she does. On the real, that's all.
That's all she does.
I think she's like a vet tech on the side or some shit like that.
Could you imagine walking in to get your freaking dog or your cat checked up?
Yeah,
Vita's
you
over
fuck
there
around and
just
get
chilling.
neutered while you're in there. Like, no, my dog is supposed to get neutered. No, it seems like you need to get neutered, sir.
I think if she started reaching for my junk, I wouldn't stop her.
You know, I'm about to start hanging around the vet and just pretend like I got sick cats. Cause I took my cat one time to the vet. And it was nothing but hot chicks there. I'm just about to stand, sit outside there, like I actually care about my animals that I have.
That's some crazy ass cat ladies, yo. What you expect?
Hey, look,
has anybody been to a vet where they've seen like a male vet nurse?
Nope.
No. I'm pretty sure that's the most disrespectful thing to men ever.
I was about to say, I don't think I've ever seen one. I've seen vet doctors, but never a vet nurse.
Vet doctors.
Male vet doctors, yeah. Yeah, veterinarian, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think I was saying? Veteran doctors?
I know you said male vet doctors, which I thought you said, which is pretty fucking funny.
He did say that.
I did say that.
I know.
He wasn't a doctor.
He just want to throw it out on the table, like, yeah, just to make sure you said that shit.
I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth. I still don't know what I did wrong, but whatever.
There you go.
All right.
I thought a vet was already a name for it. I don't. They consider actual.
Oh, got it. Yep.
Okay, I'm telling you, they consider actual.
Is it a vet really an MD? That's what I'm saying.
Well, no. I wanted to say the difference between vet doctor and vet nurse.
Yeah, it's a vet tech, man. It's not vet nurse.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Technician or some shit like that.
It's not like animals are mechanical pieces, yo. It's just meat. Falls in the nurse category for me.
Well, cats are probably meat in your country, not here in America, though. I don't know about you, but then again, when you think about it, have you ever seen in Africa they had a fucking pet cat? No, you want to know why? You don't fucking walk or have, fucking pets that you eat. That's why.
What kind of pets do you guys?
Aside from all the pet cats I had in Africa.
What, you guys got like hyenas on chains or some shit like that? I saw that on that one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which movie?
He's talking about tigers and lions and shit. He's talking about regular domesticated cats.
That's a good point. When you think about it, Resident Evil 5 did take place in Africa, and there wasn't really any dogs. There was mostly hyenas.
What? Oh yeah, 5 did. Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you for using a video game for your geographical references.
I'm just saying, they just have out of all places to pick. They could have picked Europe. They could have picked Europe, Brazil, any place that game take place. Africa.
That has to be the funniest.
It's already going to shit
You remember
anyway.
that the first 4 games took place in America, right?
That's why I didn't name America. America's going to shit. We know that. Look at that.
What the fuck is that?
That's some motherfucking hyena pet, man.
Hey. I guess, man. Whatever it takes to look gangster. Yo, wait a minute. Is that Tupac?
Oh, Lord. Well, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that, family.
Oh, now we go quiet, huh? Now we go quiet.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has the bandana and everything.
What is
sure you take that shirt off, it says Thug Life under there.
Dave, tell me what's on this man's feet. What is this shit?
The Harriet Tubman 5.
Actually, the sad part is I actually know what those are. I'm letting that Harriet Tubman statement wash over everybody. But those are actually, believe it or not, those things. Actually, you should know what it is too. Alone in the Dark. Your wife is Persian.
Man, I ain't seen her never in some shit like that, dog.
Oh, but you've heard about those things. You've heard about it in belly dancing.
I mean, I've seen shit around their stomachs and stuff like that,
The
but...
thing around their stomachs and the thing around their wrists, the things that jingle.
Wait, are you telling me that motherfucker part-time is a belly dancer?
Something like that. That's a dance thing. It's a traditional dance thing. They put that thing there and it does like it jingles around and shit.
But what's the point of that fucking tiger, whatever the fuck that was? Like, why? Why they just sit people back? Yeah, the fucking high. What the fuck? Look at this. Motherfuckers are walking a monkey.
Is that a baboon, yo? What the fuck?
Look at him going quiet. He's like, shit, I've seen that shit.
No.
Back
I
so
was
many
in the Baka parade.
Not really. I've never seen nothing like that.
But like, it looked like it's about to be like a dog fight, like about to fight the baboon and hyena.
Hey, what, man? Hyenas will scare the shit out of me, dude. Those are some vicious-looking animals, you know what I mean?
And it's all illegal.
Here's what I'll say.
Go
You guys see those dudes, they're holding that joint on a chain at a distance, staying safe. While the truth is, y'all motherfuckers out here, y'all into this kind of stuff.
What we gonna say?
I'm just showing that.
This guy's a baby on it, man.
Guys loving them hoes, man.
That's some white people shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure what the fuck to say about that.
I'm saying,
I'm African American. I'm twice removed from him.
I'm actually from fucking Cuba, really.
I like it.
Dominican Republic. There you go.
Yeah,
I was originally from Russia, but when he put that shit up there, I was like,
Yeah.
nah, nigga.
I can vouch for him. That's just a bad burn he has. He's actually white under that.
Yeah, I'm fucked up, yo. I'm like burnt rice.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of which, I want to get into what Slow Chemical wanted to do, but real quick, let me get a quick shot from you. Actually, I'll do it as a parting shot. Slow Chemical, you still want to get into your topic?
Nah, man, y'all some fools. I ain't got nothing for y'all, man.
Come on, just come on.
Was it the Harriet Tubman comment? Was it what took you over the edge?
Yeah, a little bit. Y'all some fools, man.
This one's the hero, dog.
But I was gonna say.
Listen, sidebar to actually the hyenas. The worst thing I think I ever heard about a hyena, somebody said I fucking look like a hyena. It was a female. That's the most disrespectful shit I ever heard in my life.
I was gonna say, all right, I got a question, and this one goes mainly to Slow Chemical, Mr. Calhoun, and Coke Conscience, because you guys are more tuned into this than I am. What is the deal with LeBron James, yo?
Oh, why am I tuned into this? Just I'm black. I don't watch basketball. Fuck this.
Yeah,
That's a rating.
I thought
What
you
do
guys
you
might
mean?
know. LeBron James he's what the fuck is it called?
opting out his contract.
He's opting out of his contract. Thank you. Like I couldn't understand why. I mean, he's got everything he's wanted. He's got tons of money coming his way.
Why not?
Is he opting out of? Well, what does he have to gain?
Right, that is a good question.
Like I'm a little confused.
He's everything they gain. Like, why are we even discussing this? This is foolish talk. He said he has money coming, but he can have more money coming. He's the greatest player in the world currently. Why don't you have all the things come to you that you deserve?
What's with the cock in the background of this picture, yo?
I mean, I'm really not really sure what the fuck to say about LeBron. I mean I'm a fucking Wizards fan. I don't know. I really don't give a damn. I know. Go ahead.
Something like,
Yeah.
Tell us what the issue is, Dave. What's wrong there?
Well, no. It's just people are kind of throwing a fit online, and I can't understand it. Because LeBron James left the Cavaliers to join the Heat. basically more money and to get a championship chance. He's got his championship chance and whatnot, but he put his contract up. Cole Conscious said. What was that again?
Opting
out of his contract. Sorry, I keep forgetting. He's opting out of his contract, and people are throwing a fit about it. And I couldn't understand what the fit was. But Slow Chemical pretty much just broke it down.
I mean, to the people who have the keyboard cojones, these are the same people that live at home with their mom, jerk off to porn every day, pregnant porn probably, and they're losers. So who gives a fuck what they think? Fuck you.
Hey, man, I've been married for fucking 8 years, dog. Give me a break.
By the way,
yeah, man,
I'm gonna say, man, now that I've listened to Slow Chemical more and more on the podcast, and I've listened to some of our old podcasts, now you can really get the fact that that dude was raised on wrestling, man. Like he just has wrestling trash talk delivery all the time, yo.
Yeah, dude, but I'm really not fucking sure what to say about. I mean, I just hope he comes to our fucking team. I mean, our team is not bad, but you know, I wouldn't fucking hate if he came to our team. I'd take him his hairline, sure, why not? Have you seen the hairline?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's for sure. Damn.
They were making fun of him online. They were like, LeBron, you don't have to wear all those freaking headbands. You can just let your hairline go, baby.
He's trying so hard to hang on to it. That shit is like, he's trying.
All the money in the world, no hairline.
I mean, I guess fucking money doesn't buy you a hairline, but
can't buy you happiness, man.
No, I mean,
Say that
if it came down to it.
That motherfucker can pay for a hair club for men like 50 times over. Still doesn't indulge.
You know, at this point, it just might be just a trait of his. It might be just one of those things that's like, you know, his trademark, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't just embrace it. I don't know why he keeps fighting it, acting like nobody can see it. We got high-def cameras all over the court, and he's still trying to freaking
like LeBron. Like LeBron has his hairline, Jordan has his bald head, and Kanye West has Kim Kardashian. Trademarks.
Is Kim Kardashian a trademark, though? Kim Kardashian is... I don't know if you could call that a trademark, per se. She's
Listen,
like an Navy Rex jacket. She's hot for a while, and then you pass it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, she's still fucking hot to me. She might be dumb as a sack of nickels, but go ahead.
Oh, wait. That just gave me a great idea. Please tell me that you guys saw the gift he gave her for their wedding.
Nope.
Baby.
Oh, y'all are going to love this.
I mean, I like Kanye West because he's an asshole like me, so he's where I get most of my shit from, my material.
I can see that.
All right. I'm about to show you guys a picture.
That's why when Kanye West says something, I'm just like, you know what? He was so right. He was so right.
That's the problem right there. We figured that shit out, Slow Chemical.
I'm about to show you guys a picture, right? And the picture, one picture is of Kanye and Kim, obviously, but the second picture right next to it is the wedding gift he gave her. And I'll tell you what it says. So Kanye West gave her that portrait as a wedding gift, the one on the left of the screen.
Yeah.
On the side of it, it says, "My Queen Kim, perfect bitch." That is 100% true. That is the wedding gift he gave her. A portrait by one of his favorite street artists that says on it, "My Queen Kim, perfect bitch." If these motherfuckers don't live forever, ever after, something's wrong with this world.
Kanye just mugging. Like he never looks happy to take a fucking picture. He's just mugging like, you know, why the fuck you got me doing this? But I'm really not sure what to say about that. I mean, hooray, they get to call his wife a bitch. I don't know. Personally, I mean, see, a broke motherfuckers like us can't say that. Rich motherfuckers like him can say that all day, you know.
I know that at least one of us on this podcast can.
I'm the doctor all the time. He just said it to his wife.
That's what I was about to say. At least one.
Oh, okay.
on this podcast does and frequently says it.
Well, Alone in the Dark is a hybrid, so we can't really count that.
He is half terrorist, half white.
Well, yeah. So I mean, you can't.
Oh,
Yeah, I think.
That woman just walks. She's a minority. She just walks around that house terrified. She never knows what side of him is coming home.
Yeah, but see, he gave her citizenship, so he's entitled to say anything he wants to her.
Not really, yo.
No?
No. Not even close. You're so off base, yo. No, she was full American, just minority American.
Oh, just the fact, cause the culture, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's Papa and Mama that were foreigners. She's
I'll
fine.
take a look into that woman if she tries to fucking get out of it. That's what I'm saying.
No. So Alone in the Dark, what website did you go to put your feet on?
Yeah, let me find it again. I gotta look it up. It's in my head.
I thought he brought it back from deployment.
Pakistan.com.
PocketPersians.com.
PocketPersians.com. I'll be checking out that website today because I can't deal with American.
Tell you what though, there's a new device. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay.
TheHottestHijab.net.
A new device that's gonna change life for everybody everywhere. Okay, let me find this shit. I saw it. I thought it
Slim.org.
was a joke, but this shit is not a joke. Okay. Ah shit. I don't know if I'm gonna have to. Okay, here's a censored picture. And,
Well, that's not good. If he's censoring himself, that only says shit's
I'm
gotta
about to
be
say,
real.
we censor shit on this podcast now?
Oh, that's that
I see, man.
that's that the new flashlight joint they got, right?
it's like the
Yeah.
iPad. Genius.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm not gonna. The way I see it, you know, so funny. It's not like I seen that shit on the news or anything. I seen that shit on the side. I was watching porn right there and I seen it on the side. And I was like, huh. That is fucking weird.
What is that, like new tab incognito?
Man, I thought that shit was a joke. Because I saw, like, on some comedy site, right? It was one of the ads. I don't know what the fuck I've searched for that came up as one of my ads. But anyways, that shit even had a silly fucking name, too. Where was it? Hold on. It's like, oh, the Fleshlight Launchpad.
Oh yeah, man.
And I was like,
Give one up to marketing right there.
that's hilarious. And it turned out to be real, which is fucking crazy to me.
No, it's not. Dude, have you seen some of the real stuff? Hold on. I'll find. The craziest thing I saw last time, they had a Pope dildo, like in the shape of the present Pope.
You know, when is the world ending? 'Cause
It was.
apparently, who the fuck wants Pope dick? I don't.
But no, you're not understanding. See, that's the mistake you're making. You're under the impression it's got like an image of him or some shit. No, it was shaped like him, his face and the hat and everything, and that was just the top of it.
Did you know they have...
No curve, jagged edges and everything. Oh yeah,
Curve.
nope, no curve, just straight up Pope hat, right up there.
I know what I'm getting my ex for Christmas.
The weirdest goddamn website. They have mounts for these things. You know, one of these looks like a center console for your car that apparently you can put your dick in.
Wait, what? Well, you gotta put that up.
Hold on, I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, okay.
Which it's not shocking because I've heard a little bit about the fleshlight. So
I gotta kind of censor this website. You know,
I heard about it because what was it? I think it was Crack.com. They had a whole thing about.
Look at this guy up here.
Look at that guy up there! That's the first thing I was thinking. You could not make a more basic act look any more uncomfortable and screwed up if you tried, yo.
I was just talking about cold caution fucking couches.
If that doesn't look like that shit,
Yo,
like a fucking exercise machine.
Here's what's confusing to me though. I see that and I'm like, jerking off is just so much more convenient. Why would I do all of that? Like,
That's what I imagine. I imagine
Like,
sitting on someone's couch and somebody like, I can't figure out how to use this cup holder, man. Like,
do you fucking wine and dine it before you fuck it? Or like,
And did you see the company name, Liberator?
oh yeah, my Liberator. It's Fleshlight. They're there to liberate you, man. I heard about them because Cracked had an article about them, and they had a vampire one with like the fangs and everything, and they had one that came in a can. So you have like a soda can, and you just pop the top open, and that joint just pops out. Super incognito, yo. Like you could just be at work and have your Coke and your Fleshlight just right there. Nobody would know.
like, does it fucking make you dinner afterwards? What the fuck is that?
I would hope. With that kind of
feel like they
uncomfortable
picked- I feel like-
positioning, you better do something.
I feel like they picked the most Abercrombie and Fitch Caucasian male they could find to fucking do that.
I mean, you could find your favorite porn star on here, and she's got her line of freaking. She's got her freaking sugar walls, her mouth, and of course.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't even. Please don't put that up, please. I already.
Chocolate starfish, baby.
I can't.
Rusty
Yeah,
rabbit.
you gonna have to. Even if we're all together saying you can't put that shit up, then it must be, you can't put up. If I'm saying you can't put it up, then yeah.
If they don't have Ava, Angelina in there, it doesn't matter.
What the fuck?
All of that is pointless if they don't have Ava, Angelina.
Hey, you know what I think sometimes? When I'm out here like chasing around all the different vagina trying to get every culture, I'm thinking like, damn, I'm really wasting my time. I come on this show and see what you got to do with your spare time. I'm Indian and whatever the fuck I need to make myself happy. So, you guys are fucking nuts.
I wish I could show you guys the insides of these fucking things.
I love that didn't even slow him down one bit. He's like, no. I get what you're saying, Slow Chemical, but on the real though, you gotta look in here right now. Like,
It's got ridges.
I know you're talking about real body and real flesh, but you gotta see this thing right now, dog. It's legit.
Cat who pulled up that random chick off the street last week. You remember Alone in the Dark?
Say what? Oh yeah.
Remember last week she pulled up that random chick?
Let me tell y'all about yourselves, right? So, hold on. So get this, dig this, right? So, when I was hiding out, waiting for my Indian, a coworker.
Hold on, stop. You gotta give us a second. That statement alone just sounds wrong. On so many levels, yo. But go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. Now we're good. Go ahead.
So I'm waiting for my Indian or whatever, right? It just so happens a coworker of mine lives like a few apartments down from her. I just so happened to see her walking across the street. So I'm like, oh, what's happening with you, Jasmine? Mind you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys some backstory on this. She's supposed to come up to Maryland with me in the middle of this month, and so because she's never been to Maryland and she's an aunt there. So I have been showing pictures of cold conscience on my Facebook. I'm trying to hook this little fucker up, right? Like so you can get some pussy in town. So next thing you know, it just so happens I see her. So I don't know. This is my fault. I blame myself. I put her on the fucking podcast and I let talk. I forgot I should have texted him and said, "Don't say a damn word. I've talked you up." So he talks.
Of course.
He's not getting it. It's over.
By the way, is that okay? So that makes sense because I was watching this whole text message conversation you guys were having, and I was like, why they keep telling him to shut up?
In my defense, everybody on this fucking podcast and my parents know that I have a big fucking mouth. In my defense, I had no idea because I wasn't told ahead of time. In my defense, I didn't call her Solange. I called her a discount Beyonce.
Why does that sound worse?
In my fucking defense, if she sees this podcast, and if you show her this podcast, show her the part where I'm apologizing right now. I apologize. I have a personality to obtain to hold.
It's not gonna work though, because now it looks like you're apologizing.
No, okay, look, first of all, you know what's so funny? Actually, in all honesty, like, all jokes aside, I was actually going to apologize at the end of the podcast. That's going to be my parting shot. But since you said that, listen, okay? I was raising together.
Could you do me a favor? Could you put that
All
gold
right.
down so you don't look so vain while apologizing?
I'm sorry, this is my championship. I'm the champion of the internet.
You look like Triple H when he apologizes. Just no apology meant.
It actually is an apology. I can't put the championship down because I show I'm a champion. But I can't put the fucking championship down.
Fair enough. Go ahead, boss. Apologize.
But Slow Chemical knows that I didn't fucking know, and I'm not gonna sit and blame him. It's not his fault. It's really not. Because he tried. But it is kind of his fucking fault because I don't like being blamed for shit. It is kind of his fault because nobody told me ahead of time. Certain shit you have to tell me ahead of time, that way I won't do it. Because if you don't, I will do the shit that you think that I won't do. You have to tell me ahead of time.
I blame myself because I could have muted his ass. Because I was just about to start trolling myself for no reason. You know, I was like, hey, how you doing, girl? And all of a sudden I hear discount Beyonce and see the on her face. I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to go back off this shit.
like the grenade's been dropped, dog. You just want to give it room.
Nobody's fault but his own. Listen, the bitch was on the podcast for literally 50 seconds. 50 seconds.
That is true. She wasn't on there long.
I love it. And why would I miss
when
that?
I get on the ropes, there's no stopping me though. When I get on the ropes, there's no stopping him. He can't be stopped. I blame this podcast. I blame Alan for not meeting me. I blame Jonathan Esther. I blame Jonathan Esther for fucking inviting me on this podcast. And James, I gotta blame you too, just because.
I dare to disagree, my friend. I dare to disagree. I ain't do shit.
Motherfucker, you guys know that I can't keep my mouth shut. It's a reason. You guys know this shit, especially on the podcast. Outside the podcast, I'm a little better. Oh, God damn it.
That made it. It was all good.
All right, that's my opinion. I thought she was beautiful.
It was good right up until they told me it was only 50 seconds. That killed me.
Listen, I don't listen.
Look,
you guys listen. I blame you guys. Okay, thank you for not. This interview's over.
No, you know what?
And thank you for your apology.
I blame Slow Chemical for not having service in the spot that he was hiding in. He didn't have to go and pull Shorty.
Oh,
The funny thing is, as I was putting the tablet up to her face, something clicked off in my head and said, this is a bad idea.
A really bad idea. Terrible idea.
All right. That being said, guys, this seems pointless, but let's do it. Parting shots?
In his defense, okay, in cold conscious defense, we thought that was just some random bitch you were fucking.
That's it.
That's a good point. Like, it wasn't one of those things where it's like, as your coworker, you didn't tell me ahead of time. It was like, we just thought it was some random fucking girl. Who,
Like
usually.
No.
Yeah, because I'm a lot, and everybody knows this. If you go and watch the last other podcast, I'm a lot better when you tell you we're gonna have a guest on the show who you know. So you tell me ahead of time. You gotta listen. Planning is key.
Here's the beauty of this whole thing. Out of what, 4 people on this podcast, he put that broad for 50 minutes, and the one person who couldn't say anything wrong was the one person who said the worst possible thing to say. It's okay. You apologize. She knows you apologized.
No. She not seen this podcast. No. Is she a fan of the show?
I don't think you could stop her, dog. YouTube.
Is she a fan of the show?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll ever watch this podcast again.
Slow Chemical. Hold on, Slow Chemical. Is she a fan of the show?
No, not anymore.
Well, then fuck it. Make sure she never sees this fucking shit.
Jesus.
And I will apologize more when if she actually still comes up because I am. Listen, I'm sorry. Yeah. What do you want me to say?
All right.
50 seconds flat. We gained a fan and lost one at the same damn time.
And 50, and that's the fastest I ever taught myself out of Jesus Christ. I mean, it takes a couple of weeks. That's the fast. That's a new record. Hey, Pop, that's a new record. That's a new record. Even he fucking knows. He's like, bro.
Party shots, man. Let's get these party shots on the way. We're gonna start with Mr. Alone in the Dark, please.
I'm just gonna say, man. I'm pretty sure if we cut that boy's tongue out of his mouth, he's gonna be swimming in pussy. That's all I'm saying, okay? Something, cause this shit ain't working out right. That's all I got.
This old
For the
mouth
ladies out
thing.
there, it's only on the podcast. Okay, I'm not that bad.
Except for all the never mind. Mr. Slow Chemical, any party shots?
50 seconds, man. I put in months worth of work, man. And it took a lot because this girl's an educated black female. There's not too many of them. Dumb. She's educated. She is pretty. She is smart. You can have a conversation while you fucking her, sleeping her, fuck her while you sleeping in her, then fall asleep again, and you can fuck them.
And that's what I was looking for this entire fucking time. Somebody. God damn it!
Mr. Calhoun, do you have any party shots?
Go ahead. Just let me have it, cause everybody's go. It's my show. Go ahead.
If she was to discount Beyonce, what does that make Solange?
That don't make Solange. It doesn't change.
Solange is Solange, dog. It's there's a hierarchy. Solange is down there. Yeah.
That's kind of like Mexican food thing.
You're mixing oil and water, dog. It don't work that way. And Solange is definitely oil.
No, oil is vital. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah,
I really don't. Go ahead. Yeah.
Mocha skin where you could put little hot oils on her and everything like that and rub them all in. Damn, man. If she was I'm fucking her. God damn.
I don't know who's more pissed about him missing out on this girl. If it's Slow Chemical or Cold Conscious.
It's Slow Chemical, that's for sure.
He did all that work just to get killed in 50 seconds.
You gotta understand, man. That's a lot of effort to get destroyed that quickly. So I could see Slow Chemical's point.
That's not the reason. It's not even that. It's the fact that, look here, there's a lot of dumb black women out there. I found him. God damn. She have no kids. She got no kids. God damn.
Any parting shot, Cold Conscience?
Tune in fucking Sunday. I don't fucking. Bruh, I just don't. I'm baffled by how much I fucked that up. I'm just gonna fucking sit here in my fucking room, turn the lights off, turn the air conditioner off, and sweat myself to fucking death. Drowning my own sweats. I don't know what the fuck to say. I really don't.
We could send you. I know somebody who knows some pretty good products. Mr. Alone in the Dark, you got that couch? That couch with the hole in it?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We'll send you an email or two. I'm sure it'll ease the pain.
John Vest, do you have any parting shots before we go?
Nah, man.
It doesn't matter if you have any parting shots.
Covered everything, man. I ain't gotta do jack. This has been Dare to Disagree, and I've been your host, Jonathan S. out of California.
This is Alone in the Dark in wonderful, wonderful Tennessee.
Educated black women out there?
Depressed, Depressed. 50 seconds. I don't fucking. I do smell what the Rock is cooking. I don't know, man. I don't. Jesus.
The one-trick pony from Baltimore.
Mr. I know what I'm talking about, aka Slow Chemical, aka I got good God damn.
I would like
Listen.
I would like to say that she was only on the podcast for 50 seconds, but I'm pretty sure I heard her fucking vagina shut down like with a fucking Windows 98 closing sound for about 10 seconds. Right? So 50 seconds is pushing it. Okay, she just stuck around that long to be pissed.
Yo, I can just imagine, man, when you try to get back in and talking to her when she comes back, it's going to be like the AOL dial tone just going on in the background of her head.
That's going to be the first words out of her mouth, man. Hey, how you doing? Now, Beyonce. Really. If I spent an hour thinking of how to insult a bitch, I wouldn't have come up with something that good.
You know how awkward it was the next day at work when I see this bitch, and she like told me he was a cool guy. I said, and he was.
He was until that show. Goddamn. And this has been our show. Please tune in next week to watch how Cold Conscience redeems himself.
Good luck.
Is there really any way I'm fucking around and not come to the studio session now?
You might have to pull a, what's his name? You might have to pull a,
fuck Canada. I don't
God
know.
damn it, what's his fucking name? A white guy who's on Real Husbands of Hollywood. Kevin Little. Robin Thicke. Yeah. You might have to pull a Robin Thicke and make a whole album with this broad.
You know, I just
name your next album this broad's name.
Just cut the show off. I fuck everybody who watches the show.
That is a closing shot. Take care, guys. See you next week.